Kearney, Nebraska, and it is windy. I don't know if you can tell. Supposed to run into some ugliness here in a bit. I'm in Kearney, Nebraska. I believe that's how it's pronounced. You get the arch in St. Louis, the gateway to the Midwest. This is a gateway to the West. Everything came through here going west. I am 50 miles from the plains, the Great Plains. So I'm going to go for a little while longer. It's 5 hours and 46 minutes to Aurora, Colorado, but they're calling for really high winds, gusts to 65 today. I'm going to roll up here a little ways, probably an hour, and I'm going to shut it down. I've drove enough. I don't have to be there till Monday morning. This is Saturday. So all I need to do is get there Sunday night, long enough to do a 10-hour break. I can't make it there today. I'm going to have about 3.5 hours, I think. 3.5 hours when my clock comes back on. So I'm going to be an hour, some shy. Probably should have drove it. I had 7 hours and some when I parked yesterday. I probably should have burned up that 7 and then went ahead and just finished it today and got a reset there. But it's all right. We'll be good. We'll just have to take our time and watch the wind, and more so the other trucks. I have a step deck, so I'm lower, but some of these box trucks, you know, the wind really catches them, and I see a little swerving here and there, but nothing huge, nothing. They haven't put anything out about warnings yet for high profile, and I talked to Maverick Safety, and they're like, it's like snow with these trailers that we have. Just play it by ear. If you think it's too windy, shut it down. So I'm going to look at the weather here. I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to look at the weather a little more for tomorrow. See what time I'm going to roll out. I think the wind warning was until 9 o'clock tonight. They only have a wind warning here for Kearney because we're only gusting like we're only gusting like 30, 35 here, I think. It's going to start snowing in 34 minutes. Can't do much. 41 degrees out there. Let's see what it says here. Northwest winds 35 to 45, gusts to 65 until 9 o'clock this evening. So, yeah, I think it's moving east, so, because it's really been picking up here as I've been moving west. So I think the front, I'm moving into it, it's moving into me. Tomorrow's wind gusts are 9 and 16, so yeah. I mean, after a while, you just get tired of fighting this wheel. These step decks with the triangles, they act a little differently than the box trucks. The box trucks, the whole truck gets tried to push. This thing just tries to like shove the trailer. It's really weird. And I think it's because of the triangle shape. It's got a vacuum on one side and pressure on the other. And the whole trailer just tries to skirt on you. So you got to keep some wheel into it all the time. So, see you in a bit. I'm going to try to make this as short as sweet and possible so this video don't run forever. I'm in Aurora, Colorado. I had talked about blasting out, running 7 hours at night, run a few hours, do a 34. I decided just to go up instead, just to the truck stop. I don't remember where it was at. But I drove, and I think I had 4 hours left on my clock when I stopped. And when I pulled in there, I'm like, dude, it's Saturday. Why is this truck stop so full? And I got one of the few remaining spots. And by morning, we'll kind of find out that had I went ahead and did the original plan to drive 7.5 hours that night, and then the rest of it the next day, and then stop and did 34, I'd have been in the same place. They shut 76 down. Too windy. High profile trucks, park them. So the guys that were going that way, they just grabbed a truck stop ahead of time, and that's where I was at. It's crazy. I've been in every time zone in the United States the past 2 weeks. I was in New Brunswick, Atlantic time, and now I'm out here in Denver, Pacific time. So I've been through every time zone. Got a picture I'm going to add. One of the rest stops really cool. They took a windmill blade, like you see these big windmills, wind farms, and they stood one on end. Right, each of the. I got a picture of that. Shows you how big they are. Drove through my first dust storm. Got a picture of that. Nothing huge. Wasn't bad. Just dusty. The wind was really bad. The wind was. I think we hit gusts 40 and 45, and then I decided I'm not going any farther. And the box trucks, they were just piling in there because it was just putting them all over the road. I got some really cool pictures and maybe more video than pictures of the planes. It's quite something. I've never seen it. And in the one video, when I pan back to the left toward the tractor, you'll be able to see these clouds, and it's snow. It's all the way up in Idaho. If you want to know how flat it is, I am in, and I am 2 hours about east of Denver, and these snows are all the way up in Idaho. Got a picture of the arch, the gateway to the Midwest. I got pictures of that I'll add. I think I may have mentioned that. I don't know. But yeah, we're here, and got two of the Maverick trucks next to me. I unload first thing in the morning. I'm first in. Maybe they'll give me some help. I can get the hell out of the way because they got DGs, and I've got freaking step deck with tarps with no freaking plastic under it. Loaded by the Maverick guys. Garbage rope. 2 and 3 pieces of rope. You give me a freaking break. You guys work for Maverick. You're right there. You got spools of rope out the ass, and you can't add rope. And it probably is because they don't have to undo them. They don't have time. They have to secure them. They just got to get the crap on there and run down the road. And I talked about that in the efficiency thing, that if Maverick had an efficiency expert come in, they would probably blow their brains out right in the lobby. Because you got the loader checking the STOS numbers to make sure it's right. And then you got the Maverick guys who are securing everything down, who could also do that. And then put good rope on them and go ahead and secure them road ready. So I back in, do a quick walk around, pre-check my trailer, roll down the road. No, I got to do all this stuff for free. When you got 4 guys in the bay, when I was in there with their hands on it, go ahead and get it ready. I mean, come on. It's all about maximizing money. But if you can take it out of the drivers, instead of having to pay the loaders on the dock less, you're making money. And that's just the way I feel about it. I could be wrong, but same thing with plastic. What is freaking, 10 cents worth of freaking plastic to help the drivers out? And as winter gets, it gets worse because these tarps get stiffer and harder and harder and stiffer. And you couldn't see it in the video when I unloaded and pulled the tarps up there in Vaughan, Ontario. When I had put the plastic on, that one tarp on the back was completely full of holes. And I couldn't see them. It's just all kinds of little holes. Well, when I pulled the tarp off, water came off all over the ground, all over the trailer, none on the glass. Now, had I freaking not put that plastic on there, that glass would have been wet and would have been ruined. And then they would go, well, you didn't check it for holes? I didn't load it. I didn't throw the tarp on it, You can't babysit the freaking world out here, It's a little aggravating. But, hey, like I said, sometimes I bitch and complain, but I'm just blowing off steam. Other times it's just facts. Efficiency is not the key here. If it is, we'd have a lot more easy rolls instead of this, what I'm doing here. I could get in, and I've hauled the easy rolls. Get in, slide them forward, undo the 8 straps or however many straps are on there, throw your crap out of the way. They got the glass off. You put your securements in there and pull them back. This one, you got to put securements in a tarp box and take off straps, and you got all this stuff to do. When you could be out of the bay and the next truck in. So, there we go. Enjoy some of the pictures, some of the videos. First time I ever been out in the plains. It kind of reminds me of, actually a little bit like Iraq. Just scrub and rock and a whole lot more cows here. All right, I'm about 5-7 miles into Colorado. Pulled off, wanted to get a picture of the Great Plains. This is part of it. I'm zoomed in. Let me zoom out. Look how far you can see the sky. Fantastic, huh? See the clouds rolling across the landscape out there. I thought the ground was, I thought they'd had field fires. It's just big shadowy areas. Well, I decided to stop. I hope you can hear from the wind to get another shot of this great plains out here. Sun's going down. Man, I don't know how far I can see, but it's a long ways. It looks hazy out there. That's all dust because it's still kind of breezy, windy out here. But that is quite a view of nothing. Sagebrush and sagebrush.